Ladies and gentlemen, our first inductee tonight is someone who touched the hearts of not just St. Louisans, but all of America and Canada as the inspiration of the St. Louis Blues' magical run to the Stanley Cup Championship in 2019. She was the little girl with an illness that became the symbol of strength, determination, and winning. Let's welcome Laila Anderson to the stage and look back at that magical season. Love that song, don't you?
Absolutely.
What is that like to receive this ovation and to be here tonight?
I think honored is truly an understatement. I think being in this class with Pat is crazy. I remember after the Western Conference Finals, you sang some powerful words to me that have stuck with me ever since, letting me know that the Blues truly were fighting for me. Why am I going to cry? So to be here tonight with you is such an honor.
What does that family mean to you and the Blues family? There's so many of them.
Yeah. Pat, you mean so much to me, not only sticking by my side through the cup run, but loving me now and who I am today. Francesca, you and Molly did so much for me back in that cup run and told me I was beautiful when I needed to hear it most from two powerful women. Why am I crying? But to have the relationships I have with so many people from 2019, all of those relationships work for cameras. Colton texted me today. Sorry, Dr. Green, for checking my phone, but he texted me during school, and I saw, and it was just, it's so incredible to have, you know, growing up, these guys were my biggest inspirations, so to now call you guys some of my friends, it's really special.
To go back to those times, I mean, what a run it was. I want to skip ahead to Game 7 because you were in Boston. Can you take me to the moment that they won it and you had to make the trip from the suite down to the ice? You were dealing with a broken ankle, weren't you?
Yeah, I had a broken ankle at the time, so it was crazy. Mom and I were in the alumni suite, and then all of a sudden, rally the troops, let's get on our way down. We were waiting by an elevator, and big line, everyone's on their way down. And I was like, guys, we just won the Stanley Cup. Like, let's just take the stairs. And everyone's like, Laila, you have a broken foot. I go, we just won the Stanley Cup. Let's go. So it was really cool.
You were battling an autoimmune disease. Tell us how you're doing now.
Yeah, so now I'm like any other 17-year-old girl. I'm a senior in high school, and I just decided I'm going to Maryville University in the fall for college. But I just wrapped up my hockey season with one of my best friends, Libby, who's here tonight. So I'm just living life how I should have in the first place.
Won a championship, didn't you?
We won a championship a few years back, Star and Stash. But this year, we didn't do too great, but we had fun.
Well, that's what it's all about. I mean, do you think about now, did you realize it then, and do you think about it now, what an inspiration you were and continue to be for so many people that are fighting something?
I think it's crazy. Sometimes I don't even think about it, because to me, I'm just a 17-year-old teenage girl. But to hear so many stories from people on my Instagram DMs or someone I run into at the Blues game telling me about how they're fighting for their life and found inspiration in me is incredible. I think being able to turn such a negative situation into something positive that's really just the Lord working through me.
You want to study communications, but specifically you want to be in the nonprofit sector.
I do, yeah. So I tell people I've always wanted to work in the medical field, even before I got sick. But really what changed everything for me is I received my Make-A-Wish back in November of 2024. So I was able to take a group of kids and their families from St. Louis Children's Hospital and give them a magical St. Louis Blues experience. So we had some kids at a morning skate, some kids at a game, and I really enjoyed seeing kids who were at their worst, at their best, and that just changed everything for me. I really want to work in nonprofit and give back and share the story of not only myself, but all the other kids who don't have their voice yet.
It's amazing to think that it was almost 7 years ago that the Blues won the Stanley Cup and you were one of the most popular people in North America. Yeah. This is probably the 20,000th interview you have done in your life, but what a ride, what an incredible ride it's been.
It's been incredible. I truly don't have the words. Thank you, Pat, for everything. Francesca, thank you for loving me today. And I'm so glad to be supported by such incredible people, not only as a hockey player myself, but as an individual, I've always just said hockey players are different people, and I truly think I've seen that firsthand.
Laila Anderson, welcome to the St. Louis Sports Hall of Fame.
Thank you.